So when you hit your rock bottom, which, inevitably a lot of us musicians and artists do, whether it's like your mental health bottom or financial bottom or, socially you've hit rock bottom. When you're at that bottom, is that when you found yourself feeling more inspired to create art, or did that like negativity take you away from wanting to create your art? Because a lot of people, there's like that age old, question or like notion that people who suffer tend to make really good art, you know what I mean? Or that like they make some of their best art when they're going through like really bad times. So when you were going through the worst of your times, were you very creative at that rock bottom part, or did it take away from your creativity?
The answer for me is a resounding no. I don't find I'm very creative when I'm at my rock bottom. I don't find I have much motivation for anything. But in turn, uh, down the line, when I'm ready, when I have the space, and when I have that motivation, or just have the ability to look inwards more critically, I find that then my songs, my art is definitely motivated by those experiences. But in the moment, yeah, it's a loaded question because of this, uh, the romanticization of the struggling and the suffering artist, and almost that an art can't be good unless if there's suffering behind it. And I don't necessarily prescribe to that idea. I think that artists reflect the world that they see. And for me, and specifically in my songs, I'm reflecting the world that I live. And sometimes art can be more engaging if somebody's gone through a really um, profound moment of suffering, and other people can connect and relate to that. But I think for me, the importance is to continue creating at all points of my mood cycles. Um, yeah, so to speak. So it's a good question, but this is something that I've talked about with a bunch of other musicians, and whether that's the need, the reliance on, let's say, drugs or on alcohol in order to create, and thinking that without that suffering or without that crutch that people won't be able to create. And kind of everybody that I speak to that's gone through these really, um, whether these addictions, that they find that it's them, that them underneath, that's the creative person, and that they succeeded in spite of these addictions, in spite of this hardship, not because of these hardships. So yeah, it can be an inspiring thing to go through hardships, but I don't think that is the sole defining factor of my artistic path.